Import player 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 banned from playing the Philippine Basketball Association.
Yung team naman namin, ito yung may kakayahan pwedeng mangarap eh.
Please don't let me go now. Please don't let me go. Please.
How do you plan to win the only thing that's left to achieve by your dynasty, which is a Grand Slam?
Before, they have a different character. Every championship, but this is really special for us.
Sa Philippine Basketball, may dalawang bagay lang para ma-describe ang isang team. Malakas at mahina. Ang San Miguel, nagsimula sila sa isang rollercoaster ride, napunta sa primetime telenovela, hanggang sa pagiging horror movie para sa ibang teams. From nasakal to sakalam, dating sentro ng paksa ng mga memes, ito ay dominant force sa Philippine Basketball. Pero ang kwento ba ng San Miguel ay tungkol lang sa lakas at firepower? Kaya samahan nyo ako sa video na to at balikan natin ang naging arangkada ng San Miguel para maging isa silang dynasty. In 2011, SMC Corporation announced that San Miguel Beermen will be rebranded as Petron Blaze Boosters. Ito din yung mga panahon where Pure Foods was renamed as 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏 and the name San Miguel was absorbed by 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏. Personally, hindi ko nagustuhan tong changes na to dati, pero before all the history that has been made, Petron was actually a promising team back then. New name, new players, and with their aging veterans, Petron has their young pieces already in place alongside prime Arwin Santos and Alex Cabagnot. Overall, up and down ang season ng Petron, pero yung highlight of this season is yung title run nila sa Governor's Cup, ending Token Text Grand Slam hopes in 7 games. And naging finals MVP ay si Arwin Santos, na also was the BPC of that conference. Sa darating na season, Petron had high hopes, as itong team na to is a great mixture of veteran presence and solid young players. With rookie standout na si Chris Latz breaking out, averaging 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists that season, yung ceiling ng Petron team na to rose even more. Though their season was fairly average, malaking bawi naman next season as they selected 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏 first overall. And Alex Malyari na naging kasama sa infamous 5-team 10-player trade of SMC teams featuring Alaska. Basically, Petron turned Alex Malyari into Ronald Tubid. This season exactly was the Petronovela season with chismis surrounding locker room issues and yung Petron defining moment of 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏 strangling Arwin Santos.
Oh, Arwin pushing Ronaldo back. Oh, he's strangling Arwin Santos. Unbelievable.
Matapos ang isang historically bad incident and the coming of the 25th anniversary of the 1989 Grand Slam team, Petron will be back as San Miguel Beermen sa simula ng Commissioner's Cup. Though their season was promising, hindi sila nagkaroon ng finals appearance. Pero the silver lining was 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏's first MVP award, averaging 16.8 points, 14.2 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks per game. Now, sa simula ng 2014 to 15 season, SMB has had enough of their 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏's active consultant gimmick and brought in Leo Austria to be the head coach. Being an assistant coach dati, nakikita ni Leo Austria yung mga problema ng team from the inside kahit dati pa. And coming in, expectations were low on him and people didn't really expected what's coming. On an article, sinabi ni Leo Austria na ginawa niyang klaro sa players yung mga role nila. And yung focus niya na ilagay yung bola sa kamay ni 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏 sa poste. On teams like this kasi minsan talaga ang kailangan mo lang is clarity and identity. Starting the season, nag-clinch ang Beermen with the best record to secure a semi-final spot. Then San Miguel swept Token Text to face Alaska in a series that would soon be a classic. Inabot ng 7 games and yung game 7 na yun yung pinaka-entertaining na slugfest na nakita ko. Yung last 2 minutes ng laro na yun ay sobrang gulo in the result of both teams na ayaw talagang magpatalo. Pero yung huge moment sa game 7 na to ay yung late game heroics ni Arwin Santos, hitting a clutch 3-pointer and sealing the game with free throws.
Cabagnot once again looking for 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏. Alex to Arwin for a three.
Masasabi lang natin, Arwin Santos has
14 seconds. Goes to 𝗙𝗏𝗲. Flip shot. No. Put back. Ayaw pa rin. Rebound battle. Ronald Tubid with that leather. Oh, he was asking for a timeout. Wala na timeout. Wala na timeout ang San Miguel.
He asked for a timeout.
Wala na timeout. This will mean a technical free throw. San Miguel needs to get it inbounds.
6.4 seconds.
Oh! A near steal, but it looks like it bounced off 𝗙𝗲𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗀𝗆.
Tubid was like open.
Lutz doing the honors, gets it to Fajardo. 𝗙𝗏𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗆 on that baseline, being trapped. Jump ball! And Fajardo, the top 2 picks from a couple of seasons ago, jumping it up with the game on the line, the championship of the Philippine Cup. 𝗙𝗏𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗆 prevails. Sonny gets it. JV for the win. No! And the San Miguel Beermen are back on top of the PBA. They are once again kings of Philippine basketball.
What an effort. Unbelievable ending. Unbelievable ending. San Miguel Beer winning it down the stretch, surviving a tenacious comeback. A fight back galing sa Alaska.
After that All-Filipino title, nagsisimula na talaga maging dominante ang San Miguel sa All-Filipino Cup. Magpa-follow up sila the next Philippine Cup with a rematch against Alaska.
And here come the Aces looking to put a 2 possession lead. Casio!
Wow! What a time for him to make that first three-pointer.
Casio wards it, and this should do it. Baguio with the exclamation point.
That's the icing on the cake.
The Alaska Aces have done it again. The comeback kids claw their way back. The Alaska Aces come into Lucena at 2-0. They head back to Manila up 3-0 in this race to 4.
After being down 0-3, their chances of winning back-to-back All-Filipino titles are starting to get away. Kahit na mataas ang bundok ang kailangan nilang akyatin, every play and every game, lumaban sila ng lumaban hanggang sa madala nila ito into a do-or-die game sa Game 7. With San Miguel having the clear momentum sa serye, dito na nangyari ang isa sa mga pinaka hindi inaasahang simula sa isang Game 7 sa PBA.
We've seen a lot of ball games, but I don't think we've ever seen anything like this. No time off the clock. Alaska was already forced into the earliest timeout in the history of basketball, and then there's another lull. This one, from the surface, it looks like it was planned. Look at everybody on that side of the court just trying to keep themselves warm.
It's either he's gonna be genius or he's gonna get pounced on, really.
This is technically what's going to happen. They will not have a mandatory timeout for the first 3 quarters of the game. So it is going to be Baguio with Azul, Manuel, 𝗙𝗏𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗆, and Thos going up against Lutz, De Ocampo, Cabagnot, Ross, and Santos. And Game 7 is finally off and running.
Double, and then they can't live up the 3-point shot.
Ross kicks it out. They go to Arwin from deep.
Making that extra effort to get the hand on the ball.
Chris Ross answering the call. Big block by Arwin, and that just exclamates this comeback by the San Miguel Beermen. They are the first team in basketball to ever overcome an 0-3 deficit. They were 3 minutes away from getting eliminated in the Philippine Cup, but they persevered. They dug deep within themselves, and they hampered themselves their 22nd PBA title. They are the kings of Philippine basketball.
Despite being labeled as super team, which they were, hindi masyado nabibigyan ng credit yung overall dynamics ng San Miguel Det 5. I rarely see a collection of star players play this well together. A lot of critics claim na swerte lang si Coach Layo Austria to have this talented of a lineup. That's one thing, pero the fact that he was able to mesh them together and orchestrate a historic team was not lucky.
And then nag-buy-in sila doon sa sistemang ginagawa ko, and then nagkaintindihan kami and nag-complement to each other, And then yung players, because of defining the roles, so nabuo sa kanila dito, ganito pala para manalo. And at the same time, of course, alam ng lahat na gusto lagi kami mananalo, yung pressure nakakatulong din Dahil if there's a pressure, your then decision to work really harder
Malaking bagay si Coach Leo Austria at ang sistema niya sa success ng Det5. Sa sobrang grabe yung chemistry ng Det5, palagi sila nag-i-struggle humanap ng import, especially sa Governors Cup. To be honest kasi, for me, the perfect import for SMB kasi is a role player that can space the floor. Pero sobrang hirap humanap ng ganon since everyone is trying to prove their worth. Kaya naman sa Commissioner's Cup, nakakahanap sila ng success on finding imports kasi usually, yung mga big men, sanay naman sila nang wala sa kanila yung bola. Pero pagdating sa Governor's Cup, kapag kukuha ka na ng import na sanay yung bola sa kanila, mahirap sabihin na wag masyadong humawak ng bola. On the other hand, every Philippine Cup, winabalis lang lahat ng SMB, winning 3-peat, 4-peat, and even 5-peat. Now with San Miguel having new additions to the team with Terence Romeo and Sistan that would soon be traded for 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, minsan it still shows that their key for success is yung Det5 formula pa rin nila. I've noticed this even before na if titignan mo yung Det5 and bench nila, kumbaga parang seniors and juniors, same playstyle. I really believe that this is future proofing since their Det5 is not getting any younger soon. After claiming their 5th straight Philippine Cup title and the disappointing mini Petronovela episode in the Governor's Cup, injuries became a big problem for San Miguel. Entering the PBA bubble, injured si 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Fajardo and hindi makakapaglaro for the entire season. Pero SMB was still SMB and talented pa rin naman sila than the average team. So their chances of defending the crown was still in play until Terence Romeo went down. Personally, ang weird makita ng San Miguel that season as an underdog. They're the team na alam mo na hindi full strength pero ayaw mo magpakampante kasi San Miguel pa rin yan Pero I think that season, it highlighted yung mga weaknesses ni Leo Austria as a coach. And to be honest, it's hard to blame the guy. May working formula ka for the last 5 to 6 years and knowing Pilipinas hoops culture, pag gumagana, bakit mo babaguhin? Ngayon with San Miguel failing for the first time in Philippine Cup in a long time, we hope that this is a start of a new and fresh SMB, tactics-wise. Matagal na ako naniniwala sa kasabihan na marami kang matututunan sa mga sarili mong pagkakamali. Ang San Miguel Beermen, kalahating dekada na sila ang nasa tuktok ng Philippine Basketball. Mula sa pagiging magulo at gitna ng katatawanan ng mga tao, nakapagbuo sila ng isang team na nagdomina sa buong PBA ng mahigit kalahating dekada. Pero kahit nakilala sila sa pagiging dominante sa court, para sa akin ang kwento ng San Miguel Beermen ay isang representasyon ng pagpapahalaga sa mga teammates at pagsasakripisyo para sa ikabubuti ng lahat.